Welcome to Wondrous Wax by Sierra Wax Artist. This show is showcased in the Student and Community Exhibition area here at the museum, and it's showcasing a variety of works by artists in Northern and Central California. Here is a wonderful display of just unique and beautiful works made by wax, and using a lot of encaustic techniques to really create these vibrant, detailed works. Now, the artists who are involved in this show are members from Sierra Wax Artist Group, and they have put together such a wonderful show for all of you. And I hope you enjoy it, and let's take a walkthrough through the exhibition space. We're standing here next to a couple of works using various mixed media materials to really capture their ideal kind of image of certain works. For example, After the Storm by Barbara Wells. She's using a couple of mediums, for example, encaustic ink and oil sticks. And what I really enjoy about this art piece is kind of the mood that she's conveying with her colors, as well as the way she is using the medium. For example, if you're looking at this piece up close, it reminds you kind of what's occurring after a storm, right? The rush of water on the ground. And Barbara Wells does mention that in her mixed media artwork, she likes to use various textures and colors and have them all kind of flow together. And another thing that she uses is tools that help really capture the dynamic colors within the wax that she's using, just to evoke emotional response of whoever's looking at this piece, really engaging with the work, feeling like they're a part of this very beautiful scene after the storm. Now you have another piece right next to hers by Rhonda Campbell, and this one's called Japanese Lifeline, and it's also a mixed media works. Now, some things to notice about her artwork is her use of Japanese antique paper, and it's kind of spread out throughout the entire painting. And I really enjoy her use of color as well, a sense of calmness when you're looking at it. But this triptych is really just a beautiful depiction of kind of the story that you would hear, or the history that you would hear in Japanese art. One thing to know about Campbell, she is also using a lot of references regarding story. For example, she's a photographer, a painter, as well as a printmaker, and she really just loves depicting various mediums within her work, almost as if you're looking at some kind of image, but still adding a bit of texture to the encaustic work. My favorite parts in this piece is just the splash of reds that you can see throughout. This very sharp line as well. It just kind of allows the work to pop a little, right? Like whoever's viewing this work can just allow their eye to go directly to that part of the painting. And I feel like it's very intentional what she's doing within the work. And again, the use of mixed media, right? The various Japanese papers within the work, and color as well, can really engage the audience, engage the viewer to get lost within the artwork. We're next to another mixed media artwork by an artist named Pam Flores, and this one's titled Felipe. Now, this piece is also exploring with a couple of different mediums, most importantly encaustic. But within her artwork, she's also incorporating digital images. For example, a photograph right in the center of the artwork. You see an image of Felipe, the person that she's referring within her statement. And I just want to talk a little bit about kind of the story behind this piece. Now, Felipe, the person in the actual photograph, kind of has his tongue out, like in a mischievous way, gazing towards the audience. And the artist is talking about how this is a moment, right? A frozen moment of a memory of children kind of laughing, gathering together, and just sharing moments and memories under this tree. Now, this was during the 1950s, a summer day, and we are really noticing a scene with various colors and textures, as well as some imagery. Right down below, we see a couple of different things. A table, we see maybe a packet of, it looks like sugar packets, and cups that are kind of empty, as well as a couple, I think, birds in here, specifically trying to depict some kind of story about the memory she had, or the memory of Felipe. And in here, we can't see Felipe's 5 sisters. So the artist is talking about the missing 5 sisters. As of where the blackbirds are, they're kind of gathered in a feast, kind of protecting everything that's within the table. And so here we see about 1, 2, and 3, maybe 4 birds. So that might entail a little bit of, maybe that's symbolism for those sisters that are missing. And also, I really love how the artist is just layering multiple mediums together, from photographs to these really sharp brushstrokes with encaustic. It also looks like she's using a little bit of maybe pencil, graphite pencil, and using line throughout. And so she's very intentional with how she's producing texture within the work. Now, this piece would be beautiful to see in person because of the amount of detail and work that Flores is putting into this mixed media artwork. I would love to encourage viewers to go online and view some of this work in detail, and you can find all the works in our Student and Community Exhibition webpage, and you can go on crockerart.org and view these works as well as the artist statements. And I want to thank you for joining us today in this walkthrough, and we thank you on behalf of the Crocker Art Museum.